confines of cultural hatred.
But do we at least think about the less fortunate?
We should practice what we preach.
They want leaders of India to make India corruption free by actually doing it and not just by saying it.
I believe that at the core of all our problems lies the flawed educational system.
Each one of us have the courage to make it big.
Hello and welcome. Well, this is the day devoted to India's young, the day for all those who make India one of the youngest countries in the world. We asked what India's youngsters had in mind for their future, for the future of our country, and we've been flooded with responses on ndtv.com. Thank you all for your participation. But there are, of course, only a few that we've managed to shortlist, and you'll be meeting some of them over the next half an hour. Also with them, a very special panel of our young guests and some very bright minds in the audience. Thanks again, everybody, for coming in. Let's get started right away. First, of course, the one person who sort of floored us with her vision of India, Amogha Lakshmi, joining us this evening from Bangalore. And we're also going to be joined by Kaushik Swaminathan in just a bit. Also with me in studio, there's Sanat Kapoor, Divakar Sharma and Pranay Lekhi as well. Thanks everyone for coming in. Amogha, first to you. When you talked about your vision for India, you said one of the biggest problems that the country faces today is illiteracy. How do you believe that should change? What can you do to make that change?
Well, first of all, I believe in educating myself, and more than that, I think I've got to go a step ahead and first of all create awareness among everyone, and then we've got to take our next step.
Right, that's of course very interesting. Sanat, you know, for everyone sitting here, there are all those children who just haven't got the opportunities to be, you know, where they could have been. Talent, of course, being the same in all of us. How do you believe that someone like you can really make a difference?
I think as the youth of today, we have to embrace the institutions that are going to govern our country tomorrow. So whether it be the parliament or whether it be politicians or the IAS, I think we actually have to relieve the country of its stigma that politics is all about corruption and actually go ahead and join the IAS, join political forces. We have to become the parliament to ensure that we can actually bring about a real change.
So you're saying participation really being the first step, but would you sort of be open to joining a party, becoming a politician beyond, you know, just the IAS? Would that something that you wouldn't rule out?
Yeah, it isn't actually. I would be glad to do that.
We need more people like that. Go ahead, Divakar. You were raising your hand. Yes.
Yeah, I perfectly second that. I definitely second that. But I would like to add my own bit to it.
Of course.
Yeah. Personally, I feel that we should compare our country to a phoenix. You know, the way a phoenix is reborn from its own ashes. No matter how dissatisfied we are from the present situation, we, with our unique minds and way of thinking, can make changes that would eventually result in India resurrecting itself and rising above its
And what's the one thing,
ashes.
Divakar? What's the one thing that you believe that we can do to sort of bring in that change, each one of us?
Yeah, I personally believe that India should hold on to its ancient values and its rich heritage, and what I believe is in order to revitalize our culture, we definitely need to give our ancient heritage its due.
Right.
Whether it be folk dance, folk classical, anything.
Right, fair enough. I'm just going to come to you in just a bit. Amogha, if I can just come back across you sort of talked about educating yourself, and there are, of course, all those out there this evening hearing from you, hearing from all of you who are going to, of course, shape India's future, some of our sort of best and brightest minds. But there's, of course, so much cynicism and pessimism also among India's youth. How do you believe you can address that? Amogha, can you hear me? Pranay, I'll actually...
Well, not exactly. Can you come again, please?
We're just going to try and fix that for you in just a bit. Pranay, if I just
I think
put that
the cynicism that is found in India's youth today is very well found, because we live in a country where we have such a potent media, and we see how...
Thank God for that. I
yeah,
hope,
thank
I hope
God
that's
for that.
what you
know,
think.
you face a lot of criticism for being potent, but nevertheless, I think you're doing a brilliant job. But that's besides the point. I think we live in a country which has such a potent media, such an open system. The cynicism is very well found in the youth, because today the question is not about only embracing our institutions, but the question remains to changing our institutions, the way they function. The reason why a person like Mr. Arvind Kejriwal or a person like Mr. Anna Hazare is finding such support, the reason why is because
the that we live in.
Exactly, is because
the times that we live in.
The times that we live in require not only to embrace the system. That's a very apathetic attitude. We need to change the system if we need to move further ahead.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app, fully optimized for Retina display, full screen view, faster response time, and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.